Hi. Okay, so today we are going to try to add a package to ThinStation. And there's basically two parts to this. We need to add the package to the source build section of ThinStation where we compile source code into binaries. And then we need to convert that binary package into a reduced binary package that we can use in the ThinStation image building environment. All right, so the first part to adding a package, of course, is to find the package. Now we could do this, completely from scratch, writing our own package make file for the port, but it's significantly easier if we start from somebody else's port. So let's go ahead and let's try and find the port in the Crux build system, which is the upstream parent of the ThinStation distro. So let's go here. And the package that we are going to try to add today is the Strong Swan VPN. That's my request. So let's see what we got here. Okay, nothing for Strong Swan. Let's see if any of the swans are available. Looks like we have a Open Swan and a WS Swan. I'm not sure exactly what this is. But Open Swan, we decided not to go with Open Swan, and I'm also not familiar with the collection. It might be possible for me to adapt this port to Strong Swan, but I'm actually going to go and see if I can find something that's a little bit closer. So let's go check out Arch Linux. And let's see what they got here. Nothing. Any swans? Nothing the swans. I tell you what, let's go ahead and let's check out the Arch user repository for Arch Linux. That's aur.archlinux.org. Put in Strong Swan. All right, looks like we've got a few hits. These two ones seem to be some subcomponents here for Network Manager. Then we have Strong Swan and no systemd version. That's probably what we're going to want. And it looks like somebody also made a smart card version. But let's go with the no systemd. And we're going to want to just grab the link from the web browser. We don't actually want to download it through the web browser. All right, now we're going to come over to our terminal. And let's go ahead and fire up our shell. Now, because we're going to be adding this port from Arch Linux and not taking it from Crux, what we'll want to do is we'll want to put this into components, which is kind of like a miscellaneous ports directory. And then we'll want to make a dir for the new port. All right. And we're going to wget and put that URL in there. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to unzip it. And we got, looks like we got 4 files. Package build is really the main build script that we're going to want to take here from the Arch port. It looks like there's probably also 2 additional source files, but this .sourceinfo, we don't really need it. So we'll just grab those other ones. All right, and we don't really need these 2 artifacts any longer. All right, so now an Arch port isn't exactly formatted correctly for ThinStation, so what we need to do is we actually need to convert this. And I've written a script that'll do that, so we will just run that right quick. And if we look now, we have a new file called package file. This is our converted port, and we can actually get rid of the package build. And then we actually need to cut this down. We can just remove a bunch of artifacts. So the first thing I see right now is that it's named Strong Swan No Systemd, and we are just going to call it Strong Swan. So we can get rid of this and this. And ThinStation doesn't use these variables. So we can get rid of all of these. And we also do not use these. And we also do not have a prepare section. We always start with build. So we will just rename this to build, start things off, and we will converge these subsections together. And that mostly looks right. Oh, there's a couple of things I forgot to change. In ThinStation, we don't crosswire sbin to bin, so we can get rid of this. And we also do not crosswire libexector into lib, so we can get rid of this. And that looks pretty good. The last thing I would like to do is just make sure that we're getting the latest version. So let's go and see what the latest version is. Looks like it is 5.5.3. So let's go ahead and change this out for 5.5.3. All right. All right, let's try to build it. Rolling. That didn't work. Okay. So we get rid of that one variable, and we need to just change that. Try it again. All right, so our package succeeded. Looks like we have a new footprint here, and we can go ahead and we can install that package. What do we got left? Looks like we've got the source code is still here, and we don't want to commit that. So we're going to go ahead and remove the source code. Okay, and that should be it. Now, the last thing we have to do is we have to get this ready for the ThinStation image building environment. And we can do that simply by doing mk repackage Strong Swan. And we're pretty much done. All right, so we can commit that. We'll just exit our chroot environment. And we'll add the ports first. Strong Swan. Now we'll do the build component. Strong Swan. All right, now we'll do our commit. And we can see all of the new files. So let's just go over those real quick. We have port from Arch, which was the script that, kind of does the bulk conversion. We have the TS build packages, Strong Swan. Here we have a .dna that controls our unwind when we're setting up the chroot environment. We have an install script that tells the build how to integrate the Strong Swan package into the image builder. We have a remove script that kind of cleans up any artifacts in that build environment. And we have dependencies that tell the build script, if there's any other packages that Strong Swan is going to depend on. Here you have the portion of that we worked on the most, which would be the source build environment, right? So there's component Strong Swan. There's a .footprint that showed, what files are included in the package, an MD5 sum. that essentially recorded the MD5 checksums of the source code. So if we ever download the source code again, we can make sure that we got exactly the same version as we used during this compile. We have a package file which controls the compilation of the source code. We have a couple of additional static source files that the original packager decided were useful in the port system. And then we have the binaries that we actually generated. And these are unwound into our chroot environment and will also be used in our image building environment. And that's pretty much it. And there's our git commit. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this and we'll go ahead and